I was 17 when I went on my first real date. The kind where you tell yourself you're grown now, even though you still double-check your reflection before leaving the house. He picked me up just after sunset. He was polite, calm, almost too calm. We talked easily, like people who had known each other longer than they actually had. I noticed his hands as he drove. Long fingers, steady, but one hand had a faint scar running across the knuckle. I didn't say anything. Something about it made me uneasy, but I couldn't place why. Instead of going anywhere crowded, he suggested a quiet place near the edge of town. A lake people used to visit. Before everyone stopped talking about it. It's peaceful, he said. I remember thinking that was a strange word to use. We parked near the water and sat in the back of his car. Wrapped in a blanket, watching the sky slowly darken. At first, everything felt normal. The kind of normal you want to hold on to. Then I noticed how quiet it was. No insects, no distant cars, just the sound of water barely moving. I don't know what made me sit up. I just remember feeling watched. Like the darkness wasn't empty anymore. I scanned the trees across the lake and froze. Someone was standing there. At first, I thought it was just a shadow. But then it moved, slowly, carefully, a man, half hidden between the trunks. Facing us. I nudged my date and whispered that someone was there. He didn't look surprised. He glanced toward the trees, then back at me. Smiling slightly. It's probably nothing. That's when I knew. It wasn't nothing. I pulled out my phone and turned on the flashlight. The beam barely reached the edge of the trees, but it was enough. The man didn't run. He didn't hide. He just stood there, watching. I felt my chest tighten. I asked if we could leave. I said it quietly at first, then louder. My date hesitated, like he was annoyed by the interruption. I noticed his scar again as he gripped the steering wheel. Knuckles white. Something about it, it wasn't just a random mark. It looked like it had been there for a reason. And that's when the man stepped forward. Not toward us, just closer, to the edge of the light. I saw his face then. Pale, tired, not angry, not smiling. He wasn't looking at me. He was staring at the man beside me. The moment stretched too long. My date finally stood up and shouted at him, telling him to get lost. The man didn't respond. He backed slowly into the trees, still facing us. That's when I grabbed my things and ran for the car. As we drove away, I looked back. The trees looked empty again. Too empty. I tried to laugh it off on the ride home, but my date stayed quiet. His hands were tight on the steering wheel. That scar. I couldn't stop looking at it. Something about it felt wrong. When he dropped me off, he smiled again and told me he'd had a nice night. I watched his car disappear down the street. And I told myself the fear would fade. It didn't.